up his hog and he is serving it to you whether you like it or not. I hope you're ready to gobble it down. Elon Musk is saying that Tesla full self-driving will switch to a monthly subscription and remove the one-time purchase option. Another beautiful entry into the you will own nothing and be happy future that we find ourselves in.
Sup.
We're now entering a new, even stinkier era where you can't even pay for the full automobile anymore. You don't pay to own it. Now, in order to get one of the most crucial components, like selling points of a Tesla vehicle, you will have to fork over $99 per month as part of the subscription plan, suckling on this subscription-based titty for however long you want access to the full self-driving features, which was a huge reason a lot of people were buying these fucking things in the first place. Previously, there was an option to pay $8,000 and you get the whole kit and caboodle. You get the Tesla and you get the full self-driving features. But now Elon said, nope, I'm taking the toys back. We are going to wean you off of this. Now, you can't even own the entire motherfucker. Now you buy the vehicle and then have to subscribe separately for the full self-driving features. It's insanity. So you can't even pay to own your whole vehicle. Now you can pay to get most of the vehicle, then you will need to start subscribing for the rest. You don't even get full access. It is just another step in this awful fucking direction.
That's dumb as fuck, but I don't care about electric vehicles anyway.
Every single aspect of your life is becoming subscription-based.
Only dumb people are going to buy it.
In the future where you don't actually own anything, what you own is the idea of things, like your video games. They're basically just renting it. You're getting a permission slip from the benevolent developers to grant you access to the game for however long.
Only dumb liberal leftist people could buy it.
Is drip feeding you features as long as you subscribe.
As Elon Musk, the Elon Musk fanboys are gonna buy it. Liberals don't like him. Liberals don't like Elon Musk. It's the fanboys.
But when you have a Tesla now, you only get half of it unless you are subscribing for the other half. And there's no option to just own the whole thing outright anymore. He has wiped that shit out. And I feel like every person on the planet should have an issue with this kind of model here from Tesla. But because it's Elon Musk and people can't help but swallow his meat, it's an addiction more severe than Fint, they are defending it as if he's doing them a favor somehow. People
Steve
are
1035 says,
and applauding
fucking politics.
as these billionaires butt fuck them to death. Like, as they get less and less ownership of things,
everything's political, Steve.
Happier because the billionaires are telling them they should be. Unreal. Farting in your face and telling you that it smells like roses, and they're like, yes, it actually does. This is amazing.
Everything's political.
Because they worship this guy, they're willing to just roll over and just abandon what they pretend to believe in. It's craziness
It's
to me.
for
Anyway,
life says.
I don't want to harp on that
NC
too much,
moment.
Instead, when I went to Elon Musk's Twitter account to see if he went any deeper on the
kind of NC moment.
Tesla subscription model now for full self-driving services, I saw this little annoying nugget here from the brain of a supposed free speech advocate. Teaching people to hate America fundamentally destroys patriotism and the desire to defend our country. Such teachings should be viewed as treason, and those who do it imprisoned. Wow. And he's referencing how high schoolers were polled, saying that many of them were taught that America was built on
Steve
stolen
1035
land,
says,
and he is weighing in saying that
fuck
that
politics,
kind of teaching should be treasonous,
fuck the man-anger,
perpetrators thrown in
and
jail.
fuck them
Very
crackers.
Interesting take from the free speech guy who's probably fresh out of the K-hole. Elon.
Again, everything's political.
In what way does
literally everything's political
remotely fit into your narrative of being all for free speech no matter what?
But yeah, fuck the managers.
Everything else aside, we're just gonna play ball here. Let's assume very bad teachers teaching mumbo jumbo. This is outrageous curriculum here. Well then,
it's for life says.
For 100
I
years
mean,
now,
video games tried to tell us.
A good teacher.
Cyberpunk, Persona.
Not educating students and, a bunch of gobbledygook that they're spitting out there that's not great, well then the school usually fires them.
It's for life
why
says.
Does Elon Musk want to go a
Metal
step
Gear.
And make it a crime punishable by
it's for life says.
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
That teachers that are teaching students something that he doesn't like means that it's treasonous and should have them landed in the big house. That's a little fucking odd. That feels like it goes very much against the core principle of free speech, which is a right that Americans
It's
have.
for life
and his
says.
reasoning for this perspective
Metaphor.
is super laughable when you look at who he's best friends with, fucking exchanging saliva and group hugging in the shower with. He says
It's for
that
life
this kind of
says.
teaching destroys patriotism and the
SMT.
desire to defend our country. Huh.
SMT, I guess, kind of political. It is kind of political. It's about freedom versus order. So yeah, it is political.
That's fascinating coming from you, Elon Musk. Do you remember only like a handful of months ago, not even a year ago, he made a tweet accusing Donald Trump of being in the Epstein files, which, by the way, Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. He deleted the tweet later.
Literally every game is political.
He made a very public statement about Donald Trump being in the Epstein files, which is a hard insinuation of Donald Trump being a potential pedophile. And now he's buddy-buddy with him again, which I would argue is not the makings of a true red-blooded American patriot. And also, as for
Steve
a desire to defend
1035
our
says,
country, Elon,
American freedom
Donald
is a
Trump
damn
is
lie.
a draft dodger.
Y'all don't actually have
Like,
that.
Are we
Right.
forgetting that?
Mm-hmm.
When the country called upon him to protect it, he wasn't enthusiastically
Hit the nail
calling
on the
out
head.
Vietnam. In fact, he cooked up 5 deferments as well as a bone spurs narrative in order to get out of service to protect this country. So as far as a desire to defend our country goes, you have made best friends with someone who has explicitly, provably avoided doing just that. This nation called upon patriots to defend it.
Yeah, but he didn't
was
do it.
calling out to Trump to defend her, and he said, ouch, my bone spur, and didn't do it. So I don't know what the fuck you're yapping about with the
It's
desire
for
to
life
defend our
says.
country when you are
No
actually
American
sucking
freedom was
the
real
entire
to the
asshole
white
of
people
Trump.
anyway back in the 30s through the 50s.
True. Yeah. If you're a white, blonde hair, blue eyes, yeah, you had freedom. American dream was for you, not for brown people.
Whom you have also accused of being in the Epstein files. Like, come on. This is absurd. And I could go on, but I also want to make a mention that I scrolled through Elon's Twitter a little bit because I was looking for something in particular. He's very selective with what he calls out as an attack on free speech because he's the free speech guy. But man, I tell you, sports fans, it's real weird how it seems to be crickets from Elon Musk anytime it's related to Israel talking about how they'd like to be able to...
You know what's really funny?
It's for life says. Like you could buy a house back then for $2,000.
For real. Like, yeah, you'd be working a job for a $15 minimum wage, but a house is like $2,000. That's somewhat feasible. That's somewhat doable. Also, you know what's funny as fuck? I like how Charlie is slowly becoming more political. Like, usually, he has very lukewarm takes, which is not bad. He has, like, very middle defense takes. But I like how he's slowly becoming more political. Like, now he's starting to talk about Israel and shit. It's honestly nice to see. Bro is slowly starting to be more political, just slightly. But usually he doesn't really talk about political shit. But literally, this is like the second time he brought up Israel. And the Epstein file. Well, no, this might be like the 5th time he brought up the Epstein files, and 2nd time he brought up Israel.
Work towards controlling the conversation around certain topics, like recently with Netanyahu openly stating that he believes the most important thing would be controlling some of the platforms, or even more recently, only a couple weeks ago, an Israeli cybersecurity billionaire, Shlomo Kramer, went on television and point blank stated to the hosts and all the Americans watching the program that he believes the First Amendment needs to be limited so that free speech can be protected. He believes that the government needs to control the platforms and that free speech...
How does that make any fucking sense? Is he stupid? Is he actually stupid? Is he slow as fuck? Oh yeah, guys, we need you to give up your freedom so we can protect your freedom. We need to limit your freedom of speech so we can protect your freedom of speech. The math isn't mathing. The math isn't mathing. How are you going to restrict freedom of speech, and then by restricting it, you're helping protect freedom of speech by limiting freedom of speech? It doesn't make any sense. What the fuck? What they mean to say is, we need to limit your freedom of speech because we don't want you to talk about Israel. So we have to limit your freedom of speech because too many of you are talking shit about Netanyahu and Israel, and you're calling us mean names that we don't like. So we're gonna reduce your freedom of speech. And if you say something that we don't like after we do that, yeah, you're gonna get arrested. We don't like you.
Needs to be more limited. I feel like that'd be something very eye-opening to anyone that gives a fuck about free speech, and Elon Musk being the free speech guy, I thought for sure he'd make a peep about it, but nothing. Weird.
So AI is going to revolutionize cyber warfare, is revolutionizing cyber warfare from critical infrastructure to the fabric of society and politics, and undermining it, giving unfair advantage to authoritarian governments against democratic countries, First Amendment type of...
That's already happening?
That's already happening. You're seeing the polarization in countries that allow for the First Amendment and protect it, which is great. And I know it's difficult to hear, but it's time to limit the First Amendment in order to protect it.
Dumbest thing I've ever heard, but thank you for sharing. It is refreshing to hear the perspective of a foreign billionaire saying how the First Amendment should be limited.
And quickly before it's too late.
What do you mean?
I mean that we need to control the platforms, all the social platforms. We need to stack rank the authenticity of every person that expresses themselves online.
Oh, no,
That's for life says. That sounds like a dictator.
And you know what's the most annoying fucking that pissed me off? No one is pressing him on this shit. Of course, the news is not gonna fucking press him. No one's gonna be like, huh, hey, doesn't that sound like a dictatorship?
NCLMAO says. Oh God, more stupid decisions from higher ups.
Yeah. Like, doesn't this sound like a dictatorship? Limiting speech, trying to control media. What does that remind you of? Controlling speech, not letting people say what they want to say.
It's for life says. I swear we need the Phantom Thieves, we need John Kramer.
No, we need both of them, bro. We need John Kramer. We need the Phantom Thieves of Hearts. Like, I don't know, bro. We need somebody. Somebody gotta change these niggas' hearts, bro. We need to change these niggas' hearts. We need them to admit to their fucking crimes. Because what the fuck? Talking about we need to limit freedom of speech. Just say what you want to say.
NCLMAO says. Limiting speech. If I get blocked for saying the N-word or another curse word in a march, fuck that shit.
What they mean to say, NC, is that they don't want you to talk about Israel. They don't want you to talk bad about Israel. Because so many people are talking bad about Israel. It's hurting their feelings and they don't like it. So now, if you say Israel bad, you get banned immediately.
NCLMAO says. Get a tissue.
Real as fuck. That's what they want to say, but they can't say that because you know why? That would sound too crazy. They would actually sound like a dictator. Like, well, see, we need to limit freedom of speech because too many people are talking shit about Israel. We don't like it, so you have to limit your freedom of speech. You can't talk bad about Israel. They can't say that, so they gotta say, "Oh, we gotta limit your freedom of speech because we gotta protect you and make sure everybody is authentic." Like, nigga, what the fuck? Get the fuck out of here! No, it doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, and that just shows you how out of touch they are. They really think we're stupid. They really think we're dumb as shit.
Really interesting.
It's for
play
life
there.
says.
Yeah, that's like a fucking high-level football maneuver right there. John Madden level play. In order to protect free speech, we have to obliterate it, fundamentally. What he is saying is give control of the platforms to the government. And also, I'm not interpreting this. This is literally what he is saying out loud with his whole chest.
Adolf Hitler,
Platforms
literally.
need to be controlled by the government, and everyone needs to be unmasked before expressing themselves online. So anonymity gone, privacy gone, and free speech completely limited is the word he's using, but that nomenclature is not accurate. It would basically be fucking crumbled. And he is presenting this as though it is something that we need to be doing right now. I feel like this is a pretty big statement here that is very clearly against free speech. And Elon Musk, he will reply to like 50 follower accounts that just have some like dog shit that they drivel out, and he'll reply to them about free speech. Yet, this was a very big segment on CNBC, an actual televised program, and Elon Musk has nothing to say about it. Now, of course, Shlomo Kramer has no power to actually do anything with this plan that he's cooked up here, this idea that free speech needs to be limited, the First Amendment needs to be, gutted. But it's worth mentioning that Trump is basically Netanyahu's personal fleshlight, so I don't know how much power Shlomo Kramer holds in Israel or anything, so maybe he is able to lobby, for these First Amendment protocol limitations that maybe Netanyahu could whisper into Trump's ear. I have no fucking idea. What I do know is that he is saying this out loud in front of everybody, and yet the free speech guy, Elon Musk, has nothing he wants to say about that. I don't know. Feels a little weird.
And take control over what they are saying based on that ranking.
The government.
The government.
But he's not even sugarcoating it. He's not even sugarcoating it. He said take control of what you say. You don't want free speech.
Government
should control the social media.
Should do that. And we need to educate people against lies.
It's for life says.
Oh my fucking god.
I need every hacker in the world to hack his bank account.
This nigga said we need to educate people. We need to educate people on how not to hate Israel. We need re-education camps to teach people that Israel is actually good. Because Big Daddy Israel and Big Daddy Netanyahu are very good. They aren't evil.
Should do that. And we need to educate people against lies, and government need to develop cyber defense programs that are as sophisticated as the cyber attack. Today it's a 1 to 100 ratio.
I figured I'd let him finish his stance here on limiting the First Amendment, about how everything needs to be controlled by the government here, so that way they can better get their hands on everything and everyone to ensure that, maybe free speech doesn't need to be as free as it once was any longer. Sounds pretty shitty to me. I hate that. I think that's fucking terrible. But Elon Musk is a busy man. He's got 4,000 tweets to tweet out a day, so maybe he just didn't see this one, or, maybe he had drafted a few but forgot to send because, 20,000 others went to the front of the queue there from his drafts. And surely he's going to get around to talking about it, even just something simple like, oh, I didn't like hearing that. Free speech is extremely important to
says.
America. In
We
fact,
gon' have to be commenting about how Benjamin Netanyahu is definitely a nice person, guys, 100%.
And it makes me a little concerned that I'm
Exactly. Netanyahu's totally not a dictator. Totally not a dictator, by the way. He's the best person ever. Israel deserves to defend itself. Netanyahu's the best. Netanyahu's the best.
seeing so much public normalization about the idea of potentially limiting it. I started seeing this back in like 2015, 2016-ish, and I've talked about it quite a bit since then. We have been slowly tiptoeing around this idea that maybe we need to look at free speech a little bit differently. And it's been getting more and more concerning, and as of late, it's getting out of control just how open this conversation has become now about like, no, we need to like limit free speech. That's scary. Now, of course, that is again coming from a foreign billionaire. I haven't seen something that bold from anyone on American soil yet, but I feel like we're not far off with how this conversation's been developing. and that shit sucks. Anyway, though, I'll stop yapping about it for now. That's really about it. See ya.
That's crazy. Literally, this is gonna be the United States soon, guys. Get ready. Yep. This is gonna be the United States, bitch. Oh yeah.
Steve 1035 says,
Oh yeah.
replying to a TSF4 live, I need every hacker in the world to hack his bank account. I need every assassin in the world to assassinate the bank manager.
Oh yeah, bro. America 2030, bitch.
He has barely even mentioned the Jews.
America 2030.
NCLMAO says, Nazi Germany USA edition.
Germany of his long-standing enemies.
We get Hitler 2 Electric Boogaloo.
The Jew was the enemy within, and the great Hitler, the great leader, was now pointing that out.
But not all Germans are behind him.
Many were upset by the ill treatment of Jews.
So he must find a way of capturing their minds to turn them to his way of thinking.
Yep, this might be America,
This
bitch.
is the story of how Hitler and the Nazis bend an entire people to
Yo,
his
hold on,
will.
real quick. Let's look at the comments, bro. 1 year ago. Does anyone else find it crazy that we're watching this happen in real time and there's nothing we can do to stop it? Let's move that to recent. Bro, it's 1/13/2020. It's even worse now. Can't wait for the documentary America, the Trump Regime. Sounds familiar. This comes up to mind after what happened in Minnesota. Yep. Nothing changed. The Israeli regime is now killing and murdering on a mass scale. That was 2 weeks ago. Nope, so nothing changed. 1 year ago to today, nothing changed. Oh yeah.
And groom them into participating in the most evil
America
regime
2030,
in history.
baby. But instead of this guy is gonna be an orange man, bitch. We're gonna have orange man glistening in the sunlight with his ugly ass toupee. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I can't wait to get the electric chair because I said Trump's ugly. I can't wait to get the fucking electric chair, bitch. Oh yeah. Fucking awesome. I can't wait to get the fucking electric chair because I said I hate America. Awesome. I can't wait to get the electric chair because I said I hate Israel. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Steve 1035 says, just fucking nuke America already. America fucking sucks now in the modern day.
Oh yeah.
A month after coming to power,
We all about it.
nervous Adolf Hitler takes to the airwaves.
We all are about to watch. We're all about to get the electric chair. Oh yeah. We all about to get strung up. Like they did back in the day. About to get strung up. They about to move the floorboards, and we're just about to be dangling there. Oh yeah.
Waves.
I love having no free speech.
NCLMAO
First ever
says,
radio address to the German
guillotines.
people. Germany is in the grip of the Great Depression. Faltering at first, he describes just how serious the situation is.
Oh, watch a little bit of this. Watch a little bit.
The misery of our people is horrible to behold. Millions are unemployed and starving.
Oh, sounds familiar, right? Millions are unemployed. What does that sound like? That sounds awfully familiar. God, does that sound familiar to you? I can't put my finger on it. It sounds kind of familiar. Well, must have been the win.
Hitler explains that the task ahead is massive.
Must have been the win.
Germany is suffering from the most severe crisis in the standard of living it has experienced in the entire history of the country. There are hundreds of thousands of people homeless.
Some third of the workforce is unemployed, and the knock-on effects of that, in terms of poor food, family conditions, work conditions, all suffer.
There is clearly a need to come up with some kind of big bang solution to unemployment.
Hitler had won power by promising to make the economy his priority.
The Nazi slogan was Brot and Arbeit, bread and work. Basic things that the Germans have grown
Steve
accustomed
1035
to
says,
having. They promised to
kill the
restore.
homeless. NCLMAO says,
Is it a repeat?
unemployed. Yep, this is a repeat.
Yeah, bro. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. We by 2040, this is about to be us, bitch. We all about to be have our heads in the guillotine, lined up. You know what I'm saying? We're about to be lined up in the guillotine. We're gonna have people throwing tomatoes at us. They gonna be cheering like, German, cut their head off. They said he hates Israel. He said he hates Israel. Cut his head off. That's gonna be 2040, bitch. Get ready.
The task
Steve
with which we are
1035 says,
faced is the hardest
so glad I
which has
don't
fallen
have
to
to deal with
Germans.
this shit.
Nah, bro, not yet, bitch. Cause guess what? America's gonna come over to Australia, bro. You think you safe, bitch? Nah. You ain't safe,
NCLMAO
bitch.
says, they gone broadcast the head choppings on live TV.
Yup. Everybody's gonna be cheering on TV too. You ain't safe, Steve. We're gonna come over there too. We're about to colonize Australia. You think you safe, bitch? We already took Venezuela. We're about to take Greenland. We're about to take Australia. Oh yeah. We're coming over there, bitch. Don't worry about it.
Within the memory
We're about to come.
of
We're gonna
man.
bring our ass over there. Oh yeah.
He signs off by asking the people to give him 4 years to achieve his goals.
NCLMAO says, Australia 51st state. Imagine if the Trumper man actually does that. Steve 1035 says,
Go fight back.
you ain't taking shit.
You better
Steve
hope.
1035
You better hope
says,
Greenland loses, bro.
we'll fight back.
Oh, you better hope Greenland wins, bro. I don't know, bro. We're about to go after Greenland first. We want to make our way over there. Don't worry. We already took Venezuela. Greenland's up next on the chopping block. I don't know. You better hope Greenland loses or Greenland wins. When's the fucking war? When World War III starts? I don't know, bro. I'm just warning you. I'm letting you know in advance. We're coming over there.
Realize is that economics is not what really concerns Hitler. He has long-standing ambitions, which he fails to mention in his speech. Ideological obsessions dating back to his experiences in World War I and the 1920s, expressed through his writings in Mein Kampf. First and foremost, he wants to rid Germany of the Jews.
He built the party on rabid anti-Semitism.
He sees them as a global, malevolent force with no sense of nationhood, who are to blame for Germany's crisis.
This great Jewish plot to take over the world, and we Germans are suffering from that. It's an international movement, but we in Germany, because of our grim conditions post-war...
Does this sound familiar? Does this sound familiar how people are blaming immigrants for jobs and shit? I don't know, man. Maybe just the win. I don't know. Last time I checked, it kind of sounds like how people are blaming immigrants for the unemployment. I don't know, man. I'm just saying.
Is to get rid of the Jew.
Yeah, get rid of the brown people, bro.
Weeks of taking power, rather than tackle unemployment, Hitler targets the Jews.
Yeah, get them brown people out of here. Yep. That's about to be us, bitch.
A nationwide
That's about to be us. About
Jewish-owned shops and businesses sees brown shirts man the blockade. But it doesn't go well. The reaction of the majority of Germans is not as expected. They keep going to Jewish-owned shops. The German people simply aren't interested in Hitler's brand of anti-Semitism.
Let me see. We're gonna watch for like 15
A report
minutes.
from an American diplomat in Leipzig summarizes the effect of the boycott, describing it as
unpopular with the working classes and the educated circles of the middle classes.
The blockade is called off after just 1 day. The clear lesson for Hitler is that if he is to win over the Germans to his way of thinking, then he must first gain their confidence and do something about the economy. As a result, he won't mention the Jews again for 4 more years.
Yo, it's crazy watching.
He's gone soft on the Jewish question, but because he knows that politically there's more to be gained by a softer approach than by a harder line.
It's crazy how this shit is really happening again.
Absolutely anti-Semitic.
Like, we really... History's a flat circle.
Not to make that a major plank in his program. It's for public consumption, essentially, the apparently softer line.
Along with his propaganda mastermind, Joseph Goebbels, Hitler devises a new plan to win the hearts and minds of his population. They unveil a nationwide battle for work.
What?
Financed by a 1 billion Reichsmark economic revival program.
That's a lot of wood.
He draws up plans for road building, for construction works, for training young men who are unemployed, training them in ways which are socially desirable.
A massive, high-profile construction drive begins. Goebbels makes sure the propaganda cameras capture the Führer leading from the front.
Hitler himself makes a great show of appearing on building sites, moving earth.
It's basically trying to get good PR.
The
Yep.
centerpiece are the autobahns, which form the backbone of their propaganda campaign. The idea is to link Germany with 6,000 new kilometers of gleaming roadway.
The Autobahn is the symbol of growth. It's a symbol of bigger thinking. It's a symbol of outwardness.
Yeah, back in the day, you had to get the fucking map out.
We're doing it physically through our road system.
The promise is that ordinary Germans can travel freely and explore their nation.
Germans got very excited, as you might say they still are today, about the idea of driving on motorways, of exploring their own fatherland.
So basically trying to get a good rep.
Future. It felt like a brave new world.
He's trying to get a good rep.
Critically, these projects require large numbers of workers.
A lot of these constructions involved unimaginable numbers of manual labor, so they were really large-scale work creation schemes.
So let's ask the young men who were unemployed and listless and rootless, let them be the pioneers who build the motorways, build the Autobahn. So they will be contributing something very positive and valuable to the growth of Germany, as well as earning good money for themselves.
Next, Hitler reforms the inefficient German labor market with another policy. His answer is the new German Labour Front, the Deutsches Arbeitsfront.
On the surface, the Labour Front is the new form of trade unionism. They would work together, wage rates, income, profits would be discussed communally, and compromises reached that would benefit everybody.
Ostensibly, it looks like labour reform, but it is actually a smokescreen that allows Hitler to take on a new target. The
Steve
trade
1035
unions.
says, aside from being racist, Hitler was a decent leader.
That's a crazy sentence to say. I'm not gonna hold you. That is a...
Prior to coming to power, he has always seen them as communists, an enemy almost as hated as the Jews. He also thinks they are a threat to the status quo.
Well, again...
Or Life says, Steve's right.
I mean, because the thing is, right, this is all a smokescreen. This is all just a facade. That's the thing, it's all a facade. Like, he's doing all this good shit, but it's all facade.
Of the nation, placing too much power in the hands of the workers.
Oh, this all makes a smokescreen of
So he
everything that
shuts
people
the
think is good.
Unions down. Their leaders are arrested and their funds stolen.
Yo, they clubbed him, bro.
All other unions are outlawed. Employment or trade becomes impossible without a membership card.
It was the control of the workforce from
Damn,
above.
the
It
club
was
in
the
him.
Nazi determination not to allow workers to be a disruptive element in German society.
Wait, so he got rid of unions.
A year in, Hitler's regime is going to plan. He is seen as a man of action, selflessly dedicated to getting the nation working again. He is offering a modern, exciting vision of the future, and is successfully steering Germany out of a crisis. Unemployment is in sharp decline, down to 4 million from 6 million. But the economic program is just the first phase. The next step is to take the message of Nazism into every aspect of people's lives. Hitler realizes that if he is to push through his own agenda, he must first capture their hearts and minds. Hitler's belief in accomplishing this is unwavering.
Hitler had such a strength of will. He said to one friend, "You will see, we will do the impossible, we will work wonders, we will accomplish miracles."
His faith in what his Nazi party can achieve is equally unshakable.
Only the Nazi party has sufficient drive, purpose, understanding, and belief in itself to make this a reality.
So he sets about a bold new keynote policy. Its name is the Volksgemeinschaft, the People's Community. A social engineering project of epic proportions. Its goal is simple: to tie everybody into believing in Nazism and accepting its values.
Yo, this shit is... Yo, watching this shit is actually kind of scary, bro. What the fuck? It's like, now you can see it because we're in the future, but it's like this shit is happening again, dog. What the fuck?
Of a special people in a special nation. Very powerful notion that Germany was special, and the folk defined that special quality. The folk, therefore, was the term used to describe the German people at their best.
Discover the past with exclusive military history documentaries.
Bro, what the fuck?
Podcasts presented by
Metal Face X657 says, history tends to repeat itself.
I keep saying that, Metallica Knight. History's a fucking flat circle, dog. History is literally a flat fucking circle.
The national community finding its divinely ordained destiny was one of Hitler's favorite phrases. It's there in all of his speeches. It's repeated endlessly by other key orators such as Goebbels. That emotional sense of
It's for
coming
life
together,
says.
of sharing a communal
Yeah,
spirit,
rewatching
of being
this.
united by the
It's scary
exciting
because all of the lines
zeitgeist
are
of a
aligned.
new era, but also sharing the sacrifices, standing together in solidarity in hard times is part of this community spirit that the Nazis are so effective at mobilizing and celebrating.
At the head of the community is the Führer, tirelessly dedicating himself to the needs of the German people.
This shit is crazy.
The Volksgemeinschaft is designed to be modern, exciting, and fun. A celebration of Germany's greatness. New national days like the Day of Solidarity and the Führer's birthday create the sense of an uplifting national community. They bring people together in celebration.
And this just shows you, bro. You see how he has this shit wrapped. He has like all this evil ass shit wrapped in a pretty looking, like wrapped up, pretty in a bow. That's why it's so scary, because the thing is he's putting it in such a way that it looks pretty to people, but when you take all the pretty ass shit off of it, it's fucking scary as shit.
The Volksgemeinschaft idea is that it takes the message of Nazism into all areas of German life, even to the dinner tables of Germany.
For example, there was the one-pot stew Sunday. The idea was that people would not eat meat on Sundays. Traditionally, on Sunday, you would have a roast. But instead, they would donate the money that was saved to a public scheme, a welfare scheme to help the poor. And then there would be get-togethers where people would eat together a one-pot stew without meat.
The Sunday meal is no longer a family affair, but a part of a wider communal effort for the German cause.
The idea that families weren't simply units individually, they were part of a greater community. And the individuals took their worth, not from their individuality, but from their collective membership, or their membership of the collective.
Steve 1035
To help
says,
foster the
terrible
Volksgemeinschaft,
person,
the
great
Nazi
leader.
Party
But that's how they
permeates all
trick you.
levels of society.
But see, that's what I'm saying. That's how they trick you, bro. That's how the fuck they trick you. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes you gotta sometimes you gotta look deeper than like the pretty as present that they showed you. You know what I'm saying? This honestly, this is a good lesson. Cause it's like, this shows you, bro, like, don't look at something at the surface level. Cause at the surface level, this seems fine. You know what I'm saying? They actually have a day where they all come together and they all have a meal with each other and shit. But then when you look deeper past all that shit, and you look deeper, you can see the evil that is within it. Good example, low key. I'm sorry, I gotta tie this back into Berserk. This is literally Griffith, bro. This is literally what Griffith did. This is literally a Griffith moment, bro.
Says, evil.
This is literally what Griffith did, bro. Griffith literally gave them all hope. He gave a sense of family. He fed them. He made it so they could defend themselves. He gave them weapons and shit. He gave them a sense of community, a sense of family. And then guess what happened? He sacrificed them all. He sacrificed all of them. This is oh my fucking God. I'm sorry I had to make it about Berserk, but it's literally a Griffith moment.
National Socialism infiltrates all kinds of areas of daily life, whether it's in voluntary organizations or in professional life. People came into contact with representatives of National Socialism.
Nazism now becomes present at every stage of a German's life.
Yo.
Youngsters in particular are targeted to make them subscribe to the vision.
What Nazism tried to do was try to become the political wing of the German people as a whole. And if you're going to do that, you're not necessarily going to convince the older generation. But what you can do is start absorbing the younger generation into your movement.
Exactly.
So if everything you do is through or for the party, then you will become a good little Nazi. So what's the best way of doing that is don't have a Boy Scout movement, have a Hitler Youth movement.
See, so they're indoctrinating the fucking youth. They're indoctrinating the fucking youth. They're conditioning them. They're literally conditioning the fucking youth. Again, this is something the U.S. does, by the way. This is literally the purpose of what. This is like the purpose of fucking school and shit. It's not to fucking help you learn. It's to condition you to be a good little worker. The same thing they're doing here. They're conditioning them to be good little Nazis. They're gonna follow orders and do what they're told. The same thing they're doing here. They're trying to raise you. They raise you to follow your authority. Do what you're told. Don't ask questions. Just do exactly what the fuck you're told.
Abolishing, while he did it, similar rival youth organizations like the Boy Scouts and various Catholic and Protestant religious clubs and groups. They all were put together into a Hitler Youth for boys and young men, and a Bund Deutsche Mädchen, a League of German Girls for young women.
Central to the sense of communal identity are uniforms.
Uniforms are a fantastic vehicle for bringing people together as a group, for giving them that sense of belonging to a special community.
These new Nazi organizations are fun.
What the fuck? What's YouTube saying? As though we detected videos, stream belonging to someone else. The stream maybe it's going to disable my fucking stream. Bro, this is educational. What the fuck? I can't watch it. Are you serious? Come on, man. Oh, your stream has temporarily been blocked. Video belonging to someone else. Bro, that's fucking stupid. Bro, are you fucking serious? I can't watch it. I can't watch something educational. Yo, fuck YouTube.
It's for life says. So wait a minute, you could watch Charlie,